We're all with us. We're all live. We're obviously all live. I mean, make sure that this is live. It's working. Come on then, we'll go this way. Up we go. Give us a moment, guys, if you're just tuning in. Here we go. Good, Juno. Good girl. All right, well, I think we are up and stable enough to stay up. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton. You join us on Monday morning. If you're watching live, you already know that it's Monday. But if you're watching it back as a video on my channel because you're a subscriber, this is our Monday morning walk. It's the first of the week and it's the first pack walk for this little man, Stanley. Stanley, in case you missed it, on Saturday we went live. He came out with me. We did a bit of a trial, we did a bit of a practice getting in and out the van. We had some fun out on a little walk, met some dogs. He's gotten great. And now he's with the team and he's also doing great. So he's responding well. He's in an area I don't think he's ever been to before. I might be corrected on that later, but he's certainly not been here as far as his body language is letting me know. Everything seems very new to him. And the pack, although very interested initially, look at that, look at that photo. Yes, great job you guys, great work. Come on then, keep coming. Although the pack were very interested in him initially, the interest has quickly wore off in favour of the enrichment and the terrain that is kicking around, and he is second fiddle compared to what we're dealing with just now. So yeah, Alfie, you coming? Good boy, good puppy, good boy, great work kid, great work. Let's just spin the camera around, just show you the gang, just follow me along. Well, Ruby has decided to go between these two trees, and it wouldn't be a problem, but she's on this long line. So if I go one way and she goes the other, we're going nowhere fast. So yeah, so welcome along, good morning. Alfie, thank you, bud. We'll have no more of that, kiddo. We'll have no more of that. Just kick it up in Ruby's face, why don't you? She's going to roll next, watch this. There we go. No show without punch, right? Ruby, come on. Thank you. Good, you guys. Good. So yeah, so we're all treading a little bit tentatively because they know that there's something different about today. And interestingly, when we, well, that's the first Stanley's properly had a wee run there. He got Alfie and Edith interested in that, but I don't think he actually wants to run. I think he was just running down the hill. If you want to run, bud, they will give you a run. Juno in particular will give you a run. We'll see if that ever unfolds. Maybe not today, but maybe soon. You're only here for the cat, Henry. Well, you might be here for a while, bud. You might be here for a while. Just make sure. There's a car, was it the car you meant? Was that a spelling mistake? No? Probably not. Probably just your witty rapport, right? So yeah, so this open space, as if you've tuned into us before, you know the dogs behave differently in enclosed spaces as they do to open spaces. And sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, over-arousing for some of the dogs. They can go a bit bonkers in the open space. All this freedom, giving it a big Mel Gibson Braveheart freedom. But yeah, so far so good. What we don't have Stanley out with Harris. So Stanley's going to be out with us on a Monday and a Thursday, and Harris is a Tuesday and a Wednesday. Harris is our show cocker who has energy to the moon and back. I could walk him all the way to the moon and back and he'd still be ready for a run with Juno. Wouldn't he, sweetheart? Yes, I know. So it's a bit of a shame that they're not getting a chance to be out together, but over the courses of the weeks and months that lie ahead, I'm sure they'll be out at some point together, and I think they'll be a good match for each other. Stanley's a fit dog. He's a clever dog as well. My video on Saturday was explaining about that. We've had quite a few people respond to me about the intelligence of border terriers, either face to face or on my socials. So it's yeah, he's one of the brighter cookies in the pack. But to be fair, they're all very, very clever dogs that I work with. We do have a good bunch in that respect, and definitely he'll fit in well. I was saying to one of my clients before, when dogs are a bit simple, they're actually easier dogs to look after, especially if you're a first time dog owner. Dogs that are a bit, you know, maybe below average IQ. That's what you want as your first dog. Dogs that are really smart, like they'll watch you like a hawk all day, every day. They'll know your routine, they'll know your patterns. And when they know that you're not paying attention, because they watch you all the time, that's when they go and be mischievous. They're like, he's not watching me, I can go and run away and run in that field or whatever it might be. Hello, Trouble. Our resident crow coming for a little walk with us. We'll see if Stanley's interested in the crow. He's certainly looking at the crow, but you're not too bothered. Juno as well. There's a little short video on the channel of Juno surrounded by maybe 20 crows. It's had thousands of views. If you've not done this already, go and hit that subscribe button, if only to then remind yourself to go and look at that video after we're finished here. It's brilliant. She just stands for sort of 5, 10, 15 seconds without moving, and they're all around her. They're all around her. So incredible impulse control. Absolutely brilliant. And again, that's what we mean when we say, hello, Trouble. That's what we mean when we say they're smart. They've got that ability to make decisions for themselves. And she made good ones that day. Go and have a look at that. And also, you get to support the little community that is my business and my channel. And that goes a long way for me. If you're looking to help a small business this year, hitting subscribe on my YouTube channel is literally the easiest thing you could do. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm not going to ask you to buy anything, but it helps me become a sort of prominent figure in the things that I'm doing. And you guys are here at the beginning of it all. Well, we've been doing it for 3 years now, but we've only been going live for a matter of a few months. And it's a lovely way for the owners to see how their dogs are getting on and where we are and the challenges we face and the adventures that we get up to. So you can be on our dog walk with us without having to put your wellies on or your gum boots, depending on which part of the world you're from. Come on, Bee. Your mum told me you'd be tired today. Yeah, she did. There you go, bud. Good boy. You want a wee biscuit? Will we say hello to everybody? Hi, Melanie. Good morning. Right, let's do roll call. So we've got Alfie. Good boy. Barney. We'll be trying to do it in alphabetical order. Who's next? Edith. Juno. Nell. Ruby. Sniffing every blade of grass. Good girl. And last but by no means least is Stanley boy. Good boy. And that's an interesting sign. So a couple of things here really worth talking about. So Stanley, it's his first walk today with the team officially. He was out with me on Saturday on my own, but this is the first time he's in with the pack like this. So from that point of view, him taking a biscuit and eating it is a huge sign. It means that he's comfortable enough to eat, because fear and... We'll go this way, guys. This way. Fear and foods are not compatible with each other. So imagine you're scared of the dentist, you're about to go and get root canal surgery or whatever you call it, and someone offers you your dream meal. It's probably unlikely you're going to want to eat it, and that's because of the fear factor. Do you know? Good puppy. Good puppy. There's a woman with a little Yorkshire Terrier there. We just thought we'd get out of our way, especially since we're still learning about you, buddy. Yes. So come on, Alfie, this way, bud. Good boy, good boy. So yeah, so the fact that he's happy to stand in the middle of the pack whilst the dogs are eating and also eat himself, huge sign that he's a confident, comfortable dog. He's happy in the environment that he's in, and fingers crossed that continues and that we don't have any significant drama with him. Stanley, Stanley, Stanley. Your mum just said Nella's been very quiet today. And then you bark. Stanley. He's a wee bit unsure. Something's perked his interest. He was kind of holding his paw up, but we're on this sort of stubbly grass, this stubbly terrain. We're not on a path like this. I wonder if he maybe just got a jag. Here he comes on the path. Are you a kind of pampered pooch, buddy? Are you pampered? Right? Do you need to become battle hardened like the rest of these guys? I mean, we're out in every weather, bud. So a little blade of grass up your paw. I hope it's not too inconvenient for you, kid. Yeah? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can't understand what I'm saying. I know. No. We'll watch out for those kind of things though, because yeah, you're happy. You're fine. You're fine. Just like where Edith is just now, it is a bit prickly. It is a bit stubbly. And he might have just trotted onto something that he wasn't expecting to, so give him a good check over after we're finished. Excuse me. Yeah, Melanie, he is a cutie, isn't he? He's a nice dog. They're all nice. I only pick nice dogs. That wasn't the case from the beginning, by the way. You should have seen some of the dogs that I had under my control when I first started my business. Goodness me. Because when I first started up, I didn't know how busy I was going to be, or I couldn't afford to not take on dogs. And we had some rascals, I'll tell you that. They're nice dogs, like I bonded with them and all that kind of thing. But looking back, they wouldn't have matched the energy of this team. No way. They were pretty there were a few troublemakers, and I think, of course, because I'm the new kid on the block and I don't know, I'm not networked like I am now to the other dog walkers. There's dogs that just get passed from dog to dog, to owner, to dog walker to dog walker to dog walker, because they've either not paid their invoices or they've overstayed their welcome, or they've caused trouble or something like that. So yeah, so we had a few interesting dogs in the beginning, but then it was a case of being selective. And Edith, I'll tell you a funny story. Edith, come on, sweetie. She's just away into the woods. She's coming back. Here she goes. Good girl. Good puppy. I know, we can go in there in a second. We'll go that way. Let me tell you a funny story just really quickly. I'm going to spin the camera around. One of my border terriers, Otis, he's not with us this afternoon. He's not with us until this afternoon, so he's not with us just now. And when I took him on board, just a few months after, we did a social event for my clients, had all the dog owners down to, it's actually my local rugby club, and we had a few drinks and a bit of a laugh and just some silly prizes and games and things. It was good fun. Need to do another one because the demographic, the the clientele has changed so much since then. There's still quite a lot of regulars, but there's a lot of new dogs as well, so we'll do that again. But I remember explaining my process to the group and saying, you know, if a new dog comes in now, we're very selective. So if your dog's in already, they're the ones who decide if your dog's come in or if they're welcome, that kind of thing. And Otis's owners told me that they were like, it was the worst job interview I ever had. I wasn't sure if Otis had made it or if he was going to be rejected at the last minute, or he kept us on tender hooks. It was they told us this during the social night after a couple of wines, and it made me really laugh because I hadn't realised how it came across from their point of view before. We're going this way, guys. Stanley, this way. Oh, good puppy, look at this. Where is he? Good puppy. Good boy. Good boy. I just needed the... Richard, 7 dogs, that's irresponsible. Thank you for tuning into us. Well, it's one less than I'm allowed by Edinburgh Council, so maybe you'd class that as responsible. Thank you for tuning in though. All your negative comments go much further to helping people discover the channel, so keep them coming. Keep them coming. So quite funny that Otis's owners felt under huge pressure for him to join the team, and now, I mean, Otis is like, if ever I was needing to introduce a new dog to one of the pack, he'd be one of the first I called upon. He is one of the toughest dogs that I know. He can be socialised with any kind of dog at all, large or small, puppy or old elderly dog. Just like, he's the perfect dog for me to introduce to a new dog to the pack to. What else are we saying? I don't know. But yeah, Melanie, he is. Otis really is. Which is lovely. How are we doing, gang? How are we doing? If you're new here and you're just joining in, Richard is telling me I'm being irresponsible. Thank you, Richard. Really appreciate your feedback. If, like Richard, you think it's irresponsible and you want to see something go wrong, you're only going to see that if you subscribe to the channel. YouTube's algorithm is clever enough to know that if you're not enjoying this, you won't see me again. So if you want to see us, remember and hit that subscribe button. It'll be somewhere, if you're watching on a phone, somewhere down here. And yeah, we can show you all the irresponsible things that we do as dog owners and dog lovers. But if you scroll away now, you miss it, that'll be it. That'll be it till the end of time. Never see us again, just like Richard. I hope you're having a good day, young man. Yeah, so this is Melanie, you're right. Let's go back to the dogs. Stanley right up front is an interesting behaviour. So we've actually done this deliberately, this kind of loop that I'm on today. Stanley! This way! This way! Good boy. So we've kind of walked, if you think of the map, we've walked up and then we're walking back. Now we've kind of zigzagged along the way a little bit, but we've more or less covered a route that he knows that we're going back to the van towards now. It's not that we've done a big oval or a big circle or a big circuit. It's literally just straight out and straight back, more or less. So the fact that he's now going up ahead is actually quite significant to his understanding of what's going on. So first of all, he knows where we are, where we're going. Again, he's a smart dog. But secondly, it would probably let me realise he's maybe under a little bit of stress. I'm going to show you some other signs of stress. So his mouth is just open a fraction. Let's see. Look at Edith's mouth. She's got a nice panty mouth, that kind of thing. And see, we've got just a tiny crack. He's changing every 2 seconds. He had just like the crack, the slightest crack of his mouth being opened. Think of like a crocodile just showing their teeth, that kind of thing. So it's just a little sign of stress, very minor, nothing we need to write home about, nothing we need to get stressed about, nothing I need to get stressed about. Basically, he's just a little bit less comfortable than some of the other dogs around him. And ways that he can get rid of that stress and that tension is to have a run, is to do some natural behaviour like digging or rolling, or even probably the best way for him to get this out the system would be to have a bit of a fight, not a dog fight, not like dogs fighting with each other, but like the way that puppies play with each other or lion cubs play with each other, you know, that pouncing, wrestling, crashing into each other, that kind of thing. Now Stanley would be great for Stanley, you are Stanley. Harris would be great for that. He's one of the dogs that would probably pick up on that tension and maybe try and even diffuse it for him. Just be like, hey, no need to feel alarmed. Let's get this tension out of the system. But the other ways that we deal with that as well, if I can't deal with this on this walk, there's a couple of other things that are important for him to do. So he's displaying some natural behaviours here. This will help. Alfie and him are rolling in the grass. Probably a dead mouse or something. He just pushed you off of it, didn't he, buddy? He just pushed you off. So one of the things that we can do, if he doesn't manage to get out his system while we're out, definitely a long sleep, probably like 3-4 hours in one go. That will definitely help lower the cortisol levels in his blood, and it just takes the stress out of the day. And it will also help cement any positive things that have happened during the session. So nothing negative has happened, but he's just a tiny bit unsure about what's happening. So in order for the good things to stay in his memory, he needs to have a good sleep. And so the worst thing in the world for him to do would be come home after this walk and stand at his window and bark at every dog that passed him, or, you know, for the household to be so busy that he can't find a spot to rest in, because that would just raise those stress levels in his body again. And then the memory of that from his sort of subconscious point of view would be when I come to pick him up on Thursday, he's a little bit stressed before we even begin the session, as opposed to he's just a bit stressed because he doesn't know what we're doing. He's a wee bit unsure about my voice going off the whole time as well, and those kind of things. So you see the mouth just open up. He's not panting. The mouth is just open a crack. We'll show you panting with Edith just now. There's panting, tongue out. We're having a little pant because we've had a run around. That mouth is just open a tiny crack, and we're just letting the heat escape our body a little bit differently. So there we go. Body language is good though. Tail's nice and neutral. We're not overstimulated. It's nice and flat. And you know, similar to like what we've got here with Juno or Alfie's, is down a little bit. Nell's is a good example as well. Nice and neutral. And there's Edith's, nice and neutral as well. It's not upright like a ship's mast, you know. We've got a nice gait about us. We're walking well. We're enjoying the session. Sean, God bless Scotland. Thank you so much. We're in a fantastic part of it, to be fair, in the capital. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll get to see more of the city, and we take these dogs on a sort of different adventure every day. Although, I have to say, I'll just stress, we'll have a different combination of dogs tomorrow and a different combination on Wednesday and so forth. But when I go live at this time, it's the little guys. And then in the afternoon, in a couple of hours time, I'm out with my bigger dogs, my labs, my pointer, my own pointer, and dogs of, you know, of about 25 kilos and upwards kind of thing. So these are just the little guys. How you doing, bud? Are you doing okay? Are you doing okay? I think everyone's loving seeing you. They are. I am too. I am too. Yes. Oh, you like your ear getting scratched. And your bum. The ear thing, if you just sort of tug on the side of their ear. Oh, you love that. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of squeezing it or rolling it around on my fingertips. Hi, you want one, sir? As long as they don't have an ear infection. I'm just try and bring the camera back a little bit, see if you can see. Giving it a good, like almost like kneading bread or something like that, or dough. It releases little, like little, wow, I'm going to get this wrong. Like a little surge of endorphins or something like that. So it gives them a little high, a tiny little high by rubbing your dog's ears like that, giving it a good scrunch. If they're sensitive ears or they've got an ear infection or something like that, you might want to be wary about doing that. And certainly don't do it to a dog that you don't know. But your own dog, if they're happy for you doing it, scrunching up their ears like that gives them a little buzz. So yeah, we're getting the dogs high on their own supply. This way. Now he's realised that we've gone a different way, but again he's following the path. So I'm looking for trends with him. He's just came back to us, but on the path. So you don't like being off road, buddy, do you? Hey, that's the second time we've seen that. In case you're new to the stream, we had that about 5-10 minutes ago. Edith, nope. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, Richard thinks we're irresponsible. Let's not go off. Endorphins, yes. Did I say endorphins or did I say something else, Kathleen? But yeah, they love it. They love it. And so we'll try and do. I don't like to handle the dogs too much when we're out, if I'm being honest. I like them to just engage in what they normally do. But you never pass the opportunity to give a dog a little scratch, right? Do we, Ruby? Hey, sweetheart. I know. Yes, I said it. I thought I had. I can't remember what I did 10 seconds ago. Oh, Ruby, sorry, sweetheart. I know, this is the perils. A little tree stump. There we go. Right, stay with us for another few seconds. We're going to show you the backdrop of our beautiful walk, the grounds that we're walking in, so that Richard can complain to the council. Let us know that we're being irresponsible. We'll show you exactly where we are. I'm deliberately panning the camera down because in a second you will see what I see all the way around here. And the dogs, it's funny, I often wonder what the dogs think about these kind of things. You'll see what I mean in a second. Here we go, they've just gone out the gate and you guys are about to see what they see. Would you look at that? Look at my view. My view is now licking my face, and then there's Stanley in front of the castle. Yes, Juno, I know you're in my biscuits. Did you get one? Oh, you Torak. I think you got two. That's a bit cheeky. That's a bit cheeky. Right, we'll go this way. We will go this way. Yeah. You go, Richard. If you want to write any letters of complaint, send them to my house. My butler will deal with it. If you don't know what's going on, you need to check the comments, right? Oh, Melanie, beautiful, thank you. That was just came up just as I flicked the camera around. You keep flirting with me, and it's dangerous territory here. What do we think of Stanley? I think he's got the makings, right? A little bit stressed. We'll find out how the next 24 hours go, how he deals with his food, how he deals with sleep, how he deals with new interactions with dogs, like when he's out with his owner in 4 or 5 hours time. You know, has he got all this pent up aggression, or is he content? Has he dealt with the world in the way that dogs should deal with them? We'll find out, and we'll keep you posted. We'll do that by being live on this channel about this time tomorrow, and we'd love for you to walk with us. So follow us along. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a massive help to me, because all that happens is a dog owner comes looking for a dog walker, someone recommends my page, they have a look at this beautiful channel, see all these lovely people making nice comments, and Richard not making such nice comments, and then we make decisions as to whether they make decisions as to whether I can be trusted or not. So the more support we have, I suppose the more trust that we have. Stanley, this way. Let's end the stream by saying bye-bye to Stanley and the team. Good boy, buddy. Well done. Good, Alfie. Good, Edith. Good, Barney. Good, Nell. Good, Ruby. Good, Jewel. Good girl. Good, Jude. Good girl. Good girl. All right, guys, I'm ending the stream now. Thank you for tuning in. All the best. We'll see you tomorrow around about the same time. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.